We're gonna go a little bit Valentine's-y today. Not super Valentine's-y, but just a little bit. Yes, we're going on a date tomorrow morning as well. Aid's taking me on a little date. So we're just going over our trip plans whilst having a coffee. Oh my goodness. First time I've tried this. This just smells so good.
You can get 24 bath sounds of it.
I don't think I'll be making it. Hi there, welcome back to a new video. I'm going to make an apology actually to start with. I've just realised I've clicked go on the camera and I spilled some red cabbage down me at lunchtime today, so just ignore that little mark or pretend it's not there. Hope you guys are well, hope you've had a lovely week. We're going to go a little bit Valentine's-y today, not super Valentine's-y, but just a little bit. And we're going to do like a topsy-turvy video because I am starting this at 5 o'clock this evening. I'm going to make a heart-shaped casserole. It's going to be very, very lovely and very, very yummy. So we're going to start off with that. So whilst I am preparing my potatoes, I thought we'd have a little chat and see what you've been up to and find out how many of you celebrate Valentines. Do you do anything special? Do you go out for dinner? What do you do? Did you do it when you were younger but maybe you don't now? Do you just do a card? Do you celebrate with your kids? Do you have a Galentine's and do a fun girls' lunch or dinner? I used to do that when I lived in our older town. I had lots of girlfriends around. I would throw a dinner for my girlfriends. I loved doing that. I'd make little table favors. Really, really loved doing that. It was so much fun. No, there's not a lot going to be happening around here. We don't really do Valentine's. I always say just because we just do nice things all the time, don't we? That was a good cue then, walking through the door.
We do nice things.
We do nice things, I know.
And tomorrow morning.
Yes, we're going on a date tomorrow morning as well. Aid's taking me on a little date. I am just chopping up very roughly a whole load of potatoes. I'm going to boil them up. While the potatoes are doing, I'll tell you a little about what I'm making. I'm making like a chicken, I don't know why I called it a casserole at the start with, because it's not really a casserole, it's more of a pie. It is, think of like a chicken and leek pie, but in a fish pie form. So it's like chicken and leek pie on the bottom, but with mashed potato and then cheese on top. So that's what we're going to make. Not made it before. I was inspired by a recipe on Pinterest, but I'm not completely following it. I'm kind of like doing my own thing, and I think it will be really, really yummy. I've got a leek that needed using up, so that was perfect. Aid loves leeks, so this will be right up his street. So if you were doing a nice meal in your home, what would it be? What would you kind of lean towards? Aid is definitely more of like a comfort food type person. He loves pies. If we go out, he would generally think pie. He loves pie with mash and gravy. He loves sausages, anything like that. Whereas I'm more of, I love Asian food. I love Mexican food. So I'm a little bit more like that. I like fragrant food. That is so many leeks. Let's get the pan on. Got a bit of coconut oil in there, and I'm adding garlic and leeks. Let's let those cook through. I'm just going to remove these leeks. want these roughly chopped. I don't want them properly mashed, which is good because I don't have a potato masher. I usually run mine through the KitchenAid, but I want crispy bits to appear. I did put a little bit of butter in here, so I'm just mixing that through. I've kept the skins on as well. We really like potato skins. I have no idea what else I'm doing in this video today. Might be some crafts. Might be some shopping. I am not actually sure. Right, these look really good. I am going to season just to make sure they are nicely flavoured. Let's get some pepper in there as well. And then we are going to pop this on top of the pie and stick it in the oven. The oven's been getting nice and warm. Veggies and gravy mix. There we go. You can just add whatever you want. Don't add mushrooms. If you don't like mushrooms, add whatever veggies you like. You could put cheese in this sauce as well if you wanted. This looks really delicious. You don't want too much sauce though because it will overflow when you put the potato on. Right, and now we're going to put the potato on top. I'm going to really spread it out because we want it to go nice and crispy. Looks beautiful. Ooh, the sauce is coming out. I'm going to go and stick this in the oven. Didn't take too long actually, it's 5:30. I have put that on. I'm going to put that on 200 and we'll see how long that takes. I've got a little while before that needs to come out of the oven. I think I'm going to do a job that I keep noticing I need to do. I am going to wipe down my kitchen units in these little grooves here. It really catches the dirt. I've noticed that they do need a little bit of a wipe down. And when I first moved in as well, I used to do all of this about once a week. All these little parts that catch the dust and the dirt. This one tends to be the worst one where I stand and use the chopping board. When we were choosing these kitchen units and I showed my dad, first thing he said was, I wouldn't have those, they're going to catch the dirt. I knew he was right, but every time I clean them, I now think of him. Oh, I've noticed it gets, oh, maybe not actually. No, there's grubby marks underneath, but they don't actually come off. That's weird. Would you mind grabbing a skewer for me, please? It's in that drawer.
A metal one.
No, wooden one, please. Try and get.
Whereabouts?
Should be one down the side there. Just to try and get the coffee. Yeah, this is all the coffee granules up here. They're not coming out too good. I need to keep an eye on that.
Really super vacuum cleaner.
This looks really good. Yeah, this is definitely not one to eat straight away. Oh my goodness. It's the first time I've tried this. I'm not even sure how to carry this out. Nope, I've got it. Ooh. Now that looks good and it smells so delicious, and I haven't done anything with it. We've got all our veggies in it, so we're just going to have it like that. This just smells so good. I hope it's going to be enough gravy in it for you.
Oh yeah, no, anything with mash, it's fine as it is.
Oh, this actually looks perfect.
It looks like a bit of a, like it's fish pie, but not fish
I
pie.
know, it's chicken and mushroom. Or chicken, mushroom and leek. And actually there's quite a decent amount of gravy That looks so good. There we go. I've changed. Whoops. I thought we'd have Disney cutlery. There is actually the perfect amount of sauce in this. I can't wait to taste this. And scrape the sides of the pan as well. This is your kind of food.
This looks lovely.
It's a really nice alternative to a pie, actually, isn't it?
I had to get my head round it when you said a pie, but with mash. And I was just thinking mash, but then I realised obviously rather than the pastry. So
it's nice having it all in one pot as well.
yeah, anything with mash is nice anyway. It's so warming.
That might be one of the best things I've made in a long time. If you like comfort food, give it a go. It's so delicious. Right, I'm cracking on with some editing tonight. Aid is online with a friend gaming, and we're going on a little Valentine's date in the morning, so we will join you then. Morning. We're going on a little date today. It's got really chilly. I've got my great big scarf out today. We're going to go to Starbucks, and I just wanted to have a blanket with me if I needed one. And I bought this in Disney. We bought this, didn't we? Disneyland Paris, Hotel Cheyenne. And it was reduced to like 10 euros or something. It was after I think it was in autumn, and it was like the summer stock that was reduced. So it's a real good buy, but it's like a little blanket on me. It's so cozy. Anyway, we're heading to Starbucks. We don't usually go to Starbucks these days, but Aid's got 2 free coffees on an app, on his app. So we thought, why not? So it's a little bit of a drive out, but Aid's off work today. And I've been working really long hours, so we thought it'd be really nice. We've got our trip stuff with us. We are going in not that long at all, actually. Down to 20-something days, and I feel completely unorganised. So I'm going to make some lists today, because usually I would have all my lists done. I'd be packed. I'd have all my work sorted, and at the moment I've got nothing sorted at all. So we're going to have a little coffee. It's like back to our roots. This is what we used to do years and years and years ago. We would always go to Starbucks for a coffee date. So that's what we're going to do now. Goodness, we've literally just walked from the front door into the car. It is freezing. I'm glad I put my big scarf on now.
Have we not ventured outside for the last week?
I don't know. Hello. It is so cold. I've got my trip journal. I've gone for a tuna melt. I've got our 2 free drinks. I've gone decaf latte. Did you say you've got a mocha?
Yeah.
And Aid's
with oat milk as well.
With oat milk. Oh, get you. And Aid's gone for a bacon roll. So we're just going over our trip plans whilst having a coffee. I do like an itinerary when we go to Disney. I find otherwise I get there, if nothing's planned, the day doesn't quite go. Oh, sometimes it's nice to have a spontaneous day, isn't it? But we like to sort of like fit in. We have a list of like restaurants we really want to go to, some off-site things that we really do want to. There's a thrift shop we really want to go to. There's a new hotel. There's a walk we want to do. And I sometimes find that we get there and the excitement takes over, doesn't it? And then you end up not doing those things, or you get home and you completely forgot it. We went to New York and we completely forgot to look at the skyline at night, didn't we? But had I have got a to-do list or a bucket list, I'd have remembered it. Darn, I think we finally finished our itinerary, haven't we?
We have, yes.
I was going to make a list actually. I might do that this evening of our packing clothes. I like to make a list. It's like
Done mine.
it's like last night I went to bed and I thought, oh, my little grey cardigan. I love taking my little grey cardigan on holiday. It's a little short one and quite handy if the evenings are chilly. But I don't even know where it is. But it's the kind of thing, if I don't have it on a list, I could potentially forget to take it. So I do want to sort. And I like going through my old lists of what I've taken previously. I find that really helps me.
I've got my list from last time.
Yeah, that's what I need
I've
to go
kind of
through
like
as
just
well.
I need to look now to see, right, because last time we did Universal, so obviously there's some stuff that's on that list that we're actually taking, because I'm not going to take Universal t-shirts, for example.
No, it's not worth it, is it?
So yeah, I've actually already sort of got mine and just started to sort out t-shirts for parks and bits and pieces. So,
You
yeah.
have got a new t-shirt that you want to take.
I
Should we show when we get home?
Yes, show when we get home.
But later on, actually, we did pop into Home Bargains. I needed to pick up a few bits, so we thought we'd have a look at the Valentine's-y stuff and see what was there. There was some cute stuff, but nothing that actually enticed us in. Have you seen any? I've seen lots of people are talking about the Sainsbury's range at the moment, but I haven't seen that either.
Oh, what's Lisa found?
It's one giant bar. You can get 24 baths out of it. $6.99. There's a Nemattaland nearby as well, so we stopped there because I have been after some slippers and haven't been able to find any that I really like.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by.
So Lisa's found some slippers. Those ones. Oh, they got the. I thought the individual toes.
Oh no.
No.
When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole?
Before I finish off this video today, is this going to work? I'm going to make a recipe that's been on my to bake list for a few days now. I'm just chopping frozen strawberries for this recipe because I don't have any fresh ones. I've used I buy this from Lidl, the 4-berry medley. It's really good. I think it's £2.99 now, obviously much cheaper than buying fresh, and it just means that you've always got it in the fridge. I use it, I have a lot with yoghurt in the week, lunches, or I put it on porridge. They're all sort of typical lunches in the week. But it's also a really good standby if you're baking. And they say that, I've read it a lot, that frozen fruit is supposed to be better for you than fresh. Obviously, if you're picking it fresh and eating it, it's completely different. But for like us, in a country where in January, February, we don't get strawberries fresh, do we? They have to be imported. Sorry, I'm really trying to cut these strawberries. It is supposed to be a better way to eat your berries and things like that. So that's what they say. So I'm just going to cut these up because I don't want to put them whole in the cake, but I'm going to make a banana cake with strawberries. I've got other dried fruits in here, frozen fruits as well. And it's a bit of a healthier one. It's actually my friend Anne-Marie that's inspired this recipe. She'd mentioned that she'd made a strawberry and banana bread using her sourdough starter. Now, before she'd shared the recipe, my hand is so cold now. Before she'd shared the recipe, I started searching for one on Pinterest, and I found this one here, but the sourdough is optional. So if you don't have a sourdough starter, fear not, you can try this recipe. Anyway, it's totally optional. It's just a really good sauce for your gut. It's something very healthy to have. So that's the reason I'm adding it, because I've got it and because I can add it. But if you don't have it, then don't worry. And any fruit will do. You don't have to have strawberries or berries. If you don't like them, you could have blueberries or... So I've got the sourdough starter, 2 very ripe bananas, 2 eggs, honey, oil, plain flour, baking powder, bicarb, which is baking soda in the States, cinnamon, vanilla, yogurt, and the berries. Just for peace of mind, you can add frozen berries when you're baking like this. You don't have to defrost them. I'm looking forward to trying this. So adding the mashed bananas. Now the nice thing about this, as you've noticed, or you may have noticed, there's no actual sugar added. It is all natural sugars. Now I know there's a lot of natural sugar in very ripe bananas. We've obviously got the honey as well, but there's no artificial sugar being added. So I'm very interested to see how this will go. The browner the banana, the sweeter it is. And apparently, we all know that bananas, very ripe bananas, are good for bunging you up. Apparently soft bananas have the opposite effect, so I don't know if that's helpful to you.
So will you be doing anything for Valentine's? Leave a message down below. I know a lot of people feel the same as us. It's very expensive. Prices are hiked up. And we never ever used to do anything, but I have started the last couple of years making a little card for him, and we do something. I know it's really silly and we never used to, so I don't know why we've suddenly started recognizing it, but we do nice things all the time. But it's been more since the kids have been moved out, maybe because all of my attention was on the kids before. So Valentine's used to be about them, and I used to do cutesy little things for them. I'd make them up a little cutesy gift bag in the morning next to the breakfast table, and then like a couple of little chocolate hearts, and I'd make a little card for them. But now I guess all my attention is on Aid, seeing as the kids aren't here anymore. I did used to decorate for Valentine's as well, and we'd have like I'd make little garlands and things like that. But yeah, I haven't done that this year. I didn't do it last year either because we'd just moved.
I completely forgot about the eggs. All the wet ingredients in one bowl, all the dry ingredients in the other, and then start combining the dry into the wet. Add the strawberries at the end, mix them in, fold them in, and then we're done. Oh, and I need to grease my little loaf tin as well. Looking forward to this. I'm going to start mixing in. And if you've got any easy loaf recipes that you think I should try, please leave a link to the recipe. I'd really like to try it. It'd be really nice to try one of your recipes. Sometimes it gets a bit boring doing the same ones, doesn't it? So it's nice to vary it up a little bit and try something different. I have sprayed my pan with oil now. Let's add the rest of this. I don't think I've ever had a banana with a fruit cake before. I've had like banana with chocolate, banana with nuts. I don't think I've had banana with berries. If it's a bit too dry, you can add a drop of milk. If it's too wet, just add a bit more flour. Fold that in. I want to make sure it's spread evenly throughout the cake. And then let's pour this in. Nice little mixture here. That was really disgusting. Why did you eat it? It's cake mixture. I licked the spoon, that's why I ate it. It's really horrible. That's the worst cake batter I've ever had in my life. I guess it's oil, raw eggs, sourdough discard. There's not a lot going for it really, is there? I'm not going to do anything with it though. It's going in the oven. I'm going to give it a go. There we go. Let's see what that's like. 50 to 60 minutes. Wow, that's a long time. Actually looks beautiful. Rhubarb would look nice with this as well. Looks really nice with the fruit running through. But looking nice and tasting nice are two very different things. I'm going to cut a thinner slice and we're going to share it between us. Aid's very dubious. He heard my reaction. It's still slightly warm.
We got to let it cool. This looks quite doughy.
That's because it's still a little bit cool here. Try this. Right, I'm going to try a little bit. You've got a fruitier piece than me.
Okay.
It's not my favourite cake I've ever made.
Tastes like beer.
I don't think I'll be making it with the sourdough.
It's got a tang, isn't it?
Should we try it with jam on it? See if that's nicer.
Cream.
It looks so pretty though.
There's that
Sourdough tang.
But it's not the sourdough tang like when you have a sourdough mix on the side. Sorry, I'm just trying to set that down. Sorry. It's not like that, is it? It's more... It is almost like a fermentation sort of taste, isn't it? I think.
I think also though, because it's not a sweet cake.
No, it's not that. There's a taste.
For me,
it could be non-sweet, but there's a tang.
Try it with a little bit of jam on. Do you not even want to try it with jam?
I'll try it, but I can smell it. It's almost like someone's. Do you know when someone's got like a glass of or pint of bitter or something, and you can smell it?
I've got that whole cake there.
Well, you're going to enjoy eating it.
I'll definitely leave out the sourdough next time.
The cake itself seems quite nice.
It's a nice texture.
It's just the aftertaste. It's like I've just had some beer. That's what it tastes like in my mouth. How about you?
Don't know. It looks so nice though when you look at it. It's helped having the jam on it. It's made it edible.
She would like when it actually cooled down.
I don't think it's going to be any better.
Well, I was being hopeful.
See, not everything I make is a success. Do you want a piece of cake with your cup of tea?
I'm watching my weight. You having one?
See, looking at it, it just looks so nice, doesn't it? Oh, with Nutella. I wonder if it'll taste nice with Nutella.
I know what's going to come out next.
What?
Marmite.
No.
Massive.
Let's just try it.
I like the outside of it. It's really nice cake. As in...
Yeah, the texture and everything, the weight. It's a real weighty cake.
It's just that... It's just like that aftertaste for me.
Is it? Everything tastes good with Nutella. I'm sold on it with Nutella.
It's edible.
I wouldn't put it in the bin.
No.
On its own, I couldn't eat it. Would you agree? Do you want a piece with Nutella with your cup of tea?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
Let me see, nice and thick.
So I would be
Do you
intrigued.
another jar out?
Yes, please. I'm going to leave the recipe down below anyway. I think it also needs some sugar in it. I don't think it's sweet enough. There is, unless you like that kind of thing, there's zero sweetness to it. Give it a go. But if you have sourdough, I would say do not use the sourdough. And on that note, I'm going to finish this video now, leaving on a high today. But thank you for being here with me. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And let us know, what are you doing for Valentine's? Are you doing anything nice? Have a lovely time, whatever you end up doing. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye. Atik, bye. Oh, I forgot to say, this was a t-shirt. Yeah. This was his new t-shirt. I said it was a Valentine's gift, but I would have bought it for him anyway.
Yeah,
but,
like it.
You're going to wear that, aren't you, when you go to NASA, which is very soon.
Florida.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't know what you're going to say.
Next month.
Yeah.